He has been fantastic at managing all aspects of the game for Pat Kelsey.
And he's back, as you saw. Just that one game miss with the groin injury is out there as well after a facial injury that he suffered on Saturday as well in a win over Miami. And the scoring begins with Chucky Hepburn. To the Wisconsin transfer, Chucky Hepburn. Late shot clock again. Weaved a pass underneath for Scott.
That does not count as a dunk. Did not make the trip west against Cal and Stanford.
Back out high for Edwards to knock it down, and it's a 7-zip start for Louisville on the road. Hill can create. He's their leading scorer, and it rolled off. But another fresh 20.
Another offensive rebound.
Taylor sticks it, and the first points finally. Hepburn playing off 2 feet. Here's Edwards, cut off there by Hill. Edwards with the size advantage scores. Taylor driving kick, and then they moved it for Styles, the Georgetown transfer, and another offensive rebound from Hadley Hatfield, but a turnover to Javon Hadley, who lays it in. Turnovers for touchdowns. 6-point Louisville lead on the road. Hadley with the size advantage on Parker, going to work with the floater on the baseline.
Javon Hadley has every move in his bag. He's been as consistent as Chucky Hepburn all season.
Nearly a turnover, and it is from Marcus Hill. Hepburn gave it up. Smith, the sniper, buries it.
You cannot make a mistake and lose him in transition. You can't lose sight of him.
Shot fake. And in the mid-range, a runner for Smith. That's in 4 years for Reyne Smith, the Aussie. Parker from long range. First points for Trey Parker.
He could be a real spark in helping NC State with some of their offensive issues, but there's another turnover.
A 6th, and then Hadley gets the goaltend. Late shot clock. This is Hepburn. Backs it out. Edwards hoists, and he hits. Timeout, Kevin Keats again. Edwards has 8, and it's a 15-point Louisville lead on the road.
The floor can get tilted quickly when you're playing against Louisville.
They get bailed out there by a whistle on James Scott. Deep one falls for the sturdy senior Breon Pass. Hadley running the floor again. Backs it out for Hepburn, the trailer. Buries it. Had a big game at Duke that left John Shire afterwards saying, holy smokes, with some of the shots Trey Parker hit. Pass hits a long 2 for Breon Pass. They've been convincing so far these first 13 minutes from the Lenovo Center. Pass sticks another. Guy hadn't scored in the last 5 games.
Bring a high level to the 40 minutes.
Good drop off, and Traore lays it in. Trouble on the post entry from Traore for Hadley, and then Parker scooped it up. Huntley Hatfield follows it up with 2 more, and NC State has cut into the deficit. Back out for Edwards with a game high 10.
NC State has played tough right here. Good cut. Beautiful pass.
So a dozen now for Edwards off that sweet feed from James Scott. Hepburn poked it away, and here's Scott.
That's a dunk. And that can be challenging against teams to guard all their personnel because they've got 5 weapons on the floor.
Smith lost the handle. Breon Pass slams it down.
Good D by the Wolfpack. It allows them to get this easy one right here. Breon Pass. Throwing it.
O'Connell got shut off. Nearly a turnover.
Can't get by Chucky. You cannot get by him.
He picked it and lays it in.
That's a first-team All-ACC point guard. And stay active on the defensive end. He is so disruptive.
Many Chucky dolls to drum up support. Reyne Smith hits the 3 in the after timeout. Wizardry again from Pat Kelsey and his staff. And just like that, Louisville tilts the momentum right back.
Which usually on an ATO.
Louisville led by as many as 17 in the first half. Hepburn split the ball screen beautifully.
Watch Chucky Hepburn right here. Gets all the way to...
Dontrez Styles with the post entry for Huntley Hatfield.
Huntley Hatfield was pointing to the wing for the entry.
O'Connell gets his first to drop.
Kevin Keats will tell you Michael O'Connell's a steadying force on the floor, but he's got to have more activity. He needs more productivity. Look at Reyne Smith.
Hadley shut off by Huntley Hatfield. Still working in the post. Banging with Huntley Hatfield, who defended it well. Hadley with the size advantage this time, going to work on Hill. Slipped it for Trey Parker.
That's that small guard lineup that I'm talking about. Chucky saw that right away and got it to Hadley. Good backdoor cut.
By Parker, who laid it in from Huntley Hatfield. He's matched up with Hadley, who Louisville's been running the offense through these last few possessions.
NC State doesn't usually like to switch 1 through 5, but they have in this possession.
And here's Kenai Roots. Reyne Smith on the drive. Gets a roll.
He's got two-point buckets tonight.
Coming off 26 points Saturday against Miami. He's up to 13 here. Step back for Taylor. Blocked by Roots. Middlebrooks ran it down. The Chucky Hepburn deserves mention there. Not just top 10 point guards with the Bob Cousy. He skipped it for Hadley, who cans the 3.
He sees all 9 players. He's the other 4 on his team, and he reads the 5 on the defensive side. Not everyone can do that.
Parker, tough step back for the Wolfpack. And a tap back out by Middlebrooks. On the baseline, through the contact, Hill couldn't finish. McNeil freed it back up. Parker hits another.
Towards the end.
A shot clock here for Terrence Edwards. And he drills it. 15 for Terrence Edwards.
Score. I mean, this is just so well done. Gathers himself behind the three-point line. Knows where. So connected is Louisville. They know exactly what they want and who can deliver it. And their defense is swarming.
They're basically there right now, and they've done it in the course of 7 weeks.
Well, you consider not having Chucky Hepburn for a game.
They've had a lot of buy-in, really, since the new year, in particular defensively. Dontrez Styles buries a 3 for the Wolfpack. With a totally new roster, of course, from last year's Louisville team. Hepburn turned the corner underneath with a reverse from Chucky Hepburn.
And he high-fives the NC State fan. Watch this right here. Baseline. He tosses it up. I think he was trying to hit the backboard, and then there's a couple of 5s along the way. Unwillingly. Oh, maybe there's a few going, hey.
Hadley backs it out for Edwards. He sticks it.
He loads it up.
It's like time in the pocket Patrick Mahomes would have craved for on Sunday. Hill answers with a 3 of his own. Marcus Hill's second bucket. And they jack a lot of them as well.
They've taken 737 coming into the game, Mike. That is the most in the league. Well, I think the most important thing right now that you start looking at, or one of the things you look at, is double bye in the ACC tournament.
Slick feed there.
You want to be able to stay. You had to spend a lot of time together to get it worked out.
And as you pointed out, Scott unable to really talk as well today with the mask on. He led the outlet for Hadley, who finishes, and he's got 17. Deeper into his bench, Ismail Diouf about to come in. We haven't seen Dennis Parker in this one. Pass misfires. Hadley rips down another rebound. Louisville only knows one speed, and a slam in transition from Roots. Freshman Roots moved it for Smith. Drills it. And a timeout, Kevin Keats.
Cooper Flag can impact the game in so many different ways. And Louisville has a number of guys like that on the floor tonight.
Paul McNeil hits a three for NC State. Blood on his lower lip in particular. Again, lost his 2 front teeth, but playing here tonight. He's from an hour southwest of here in Fayetteville. Transition, McNeil pulled up on the baseline. Gets to do it here on the road at your alma mater as well. And matching up there with Marcus Hill. Edwards off the bounce. Got it to go, plus a foul. Terrence Edwards putting a stamp. Traore was searching for Antonelli. Trey Parker in transition.
Whoa.
Bouncy.
There's Spencer Legg with the basketball.
The revival continues. And Louisville absolutely blitzes NC State. 91-66 the final.